Hello and welcome back to Lunchtime Live. My name is Sam and today I'll be doing an animal check-in on an amphibian that we have behind the scenes. I'll be talking a little bit about what makes them so special and what they would be doing in the wild right now. This is Cantaloupe, the American toad. And while they can't give you warts, they could make you very sick if you were to eat one. So if you look at Cantaloupe behind her eyes, there are these kidney-shaped glands that are filled with this yucky, tasting, milky, poisonous substance. And it's right on their neck. And this is a great spot for toads because it's where predators will first bite down. So they'll get a mouthful of this nasty substance that will make them want to spit them out. But some animals are still undeterred by this. Predators like raccoons have found out that if they turn them over and eat from the belly, they can avoid the poison altogether. And some snakes are unaffected by the poison. So to stay safe from these predators, American toads will either remain completely still to maintain that camouflage, or they will inflate their bodies to become larger and a less manageable prey for a predator like snakes that have to swallow their prey whole. The hognose snake has worked its way around this defense as well. As a toad specialist, it has evolved sharpened rear teeth that it uses to puncture and deflate the toad. Cantaloupe is another animal that will eat their prey whole. They eat ants, beetles, worms, moths, but Cantaloupe here loves crickets. And they use their eyes to help them swallow the prey. You can see just looking at Cantaloupe how large their eyes are and how thin their mouth is. So their eyes actually sink into their mouth and push the food down. And to hunt things like moths, toads will often lie in wait around porch lights that attract a bunch of yummy food. So around this time of the year in the wild, American toads will be getting ready for their winter hibernation as it starts to get colder. And for this, they will dig down into the soil with their hind legs about 2 feet, which is a long distance, but they need to go that far so they can get below the frost line. Unlike other amphibians, American toads are not freeze tolerant, so if they were to freeze during the winter, they couldn't thaw out, they would get killed. And American toads have an amazing memory, much better than my memory, because they can recognize all their siblings. Which sounds like it would be easy, but it's no small feat. They have anywhere from 4,000 to 12,000 of them. But it's really important that they recognize each other, because as young tadpoles, they swarm together. And that's because as tadpoles are known to cannibalize other tadpoles. And if they stay with their siblings, they're less likely to get eaten. Thanks for joining me today and checking in on Cantaloupe, and I hope you all have an amazing day. Say goodbye to Cantaloupe.